Welcome back, everybody. We're following some breaking news on New York Governor Andrew Cuomo, who, of course, was the subject of that stinging state attorney general report this week accusing him of sexual harassment and other inappropriate conduct involving 11 women. We have just learned that one of the women identified in that report has now filed a criminal complaint. NBC's Gabe Gutierrez is with us with the breaking details. My friend Gabe, great to see you this morning. Thanks for jumping on camera for us. Appreciate it. Listen, you got an open criminal investigation with the Albany County DA, Westchester, Manhattan as well. What does this mean for the governor? Yasmin, several local district attorneys are looking into this case, these allegations against Governor Cuomo, and seeing whether it rises to the level of criminal charges. But what we can tell you is that we just learned a short time ago that one of the accusers that was mentioned in the Attorney General's report, referred to as Executive Assistant Number 1, has now filed a criminal complaint with the Albany County Sheriff's Office. It was a brief meeting she had with the Sheriff's Office yesterday, and according to the local sheriff here, a spokesperson for the local sheriff, she did file that criminal complaint. Now, Yasmin, as you know, and you've been covering this as well, Executive Assistant Number 1 is the accuser referred to in the report that had numerous interactions with Governor Cuomo beginning approximately in late 2019. She alleges that the governor would touch her inappropriately, reach in for hugs, and at least in one instance when she was taking a selfie with him, that he allegedly touched her in her backside for at least 5 seconds. But perhaps the most serious allegation in that report, Yasmin, is that one point, allegedly, when he reached in for a hug, that she says, and she told investigators, that the governor reached underneath her blouse and touched her inappropriately. Now, Yasmin, we should say that the governor has repeatedly said that he didn't touch anyone inappropriately. He says that he would often hug and kiss people in the public as well as his staff because he was a public person, and he has not been charged with any crime. But again, Yasmin, this is an escalation of perhaps the criminal situation that he may find himself in. Executive Assistant Number 1 has just filed this criminal complaint with the Albany County Sheriff's Office. This is separate from the political pressure, of course, that Governor Cuomo is facing here in Albany. State lawmakers here are ramping up their impeachment investigation. The Judiciary Committee plans to meet on Monday, and right now, Governor Cuomo is staying silent. He has not spoken since that pre-recorded statement that he put out denying the allegations against him on Tuesday. So you just answered one of the questions that I wanted to ask, which was, have we heard from the governor, especially after this breaking news coming out now? So wondering if we're actually going to be hearing from the governor, since we haven't heard from him since then. Talking about some of the political... Go ahead.
That is the big question, Yasmin. The pressure is mounting on him here in Albany. Many state lawmakers are wondering what his next move will be. My colleague Kate Snow spoke with the chair of the Democratic Party yesterday, who had actually spoken with him after these allegations had broken. And according to Jay Jacobs, the governor still feels that his story has not gotten out there. He is resisting calls to resign. But many lawmakers we've been speaking with here in Albany say he really has no other choice, that they have the votes to impeach him. It's not a question of if, but when, and they feel he has no other options. The question right now is, what will the governor do next? He, as we understand it, has been in the executive mansion here in Albany. We have not gotten a response from his office or his team following this latest criminal complaint. There was a statement that a spokesman put out yesterday that said that the governor was cooperating fully with the impeachment inquiry. As state lawmakers, he now has that deadline of next Friday to submit any more information that his team feels may be relevant to that impeachment inquiry.
Any idea at this point, Gabe, that this could actually expedite the impeachment inquiry, although it's already at this point been expedited?
You mean the criminal complaint? It remains to be seen Whether that will happen, according to the spokesperson for the sheriff's office, it is possible that if they investigate this criminal complaint, that potentially the governor could at some point be arrested if it rises to that level. But again, Yasmin, this is something that several district attorneys are now looking into. The governor, we have to stress, has not been charged with any crime at this point, but it is an escalation of potentially the criminal charges he could potentially face if this accuser now has formally given this criminal complaint to the local sheriff's office here, alleging that the governor groped her at one point. Again, he denies those allegations.
Major development here with Governor Cuomo here in New York State. Gabe Gutierrez, thanks for jumping on for us. Really appreciate it, Gabe.